In this video, we are going to talk about 6 reasons why you won't allow yourself to feel good, at least for long, as a fearful avoidant. I am Pauline and I am so happy you are here because I truly believe that feeling good is just a birthright. It is your birthright. Everybody deserves to feel good, to feel joyous, to feel like you can enjoy your life and not have to fight for it or struggle for it or work for it this hard, as I think a lot of fearful avoidants do. This really truly is part of why I'm doing this, why I'm helping you understand yourself a little bit more and know that you are not weird, you are not broken, you can actually heal this and then allow all that joy. And that is also why I ended up making an online program, which is launching this Thursday. So in 2 days, I am so excited for the doors to open. So what is going to happen is on Thursday morning, my time, I am going to post a video explaining how the process works and announcing that the doors are open and you can indeed join. And when you join, you will get an immediate welcome email, obviously, and then within 24 hours, you will get access to the app. We are working through an app, which is super, super interesting and super cool, which I will tell you more about on Thursday. And then you can go through the program at your own pace. It is a tailor-made journey specifically aimed at healing all parts of the fearful avoidant, where you just get modules that are relevant for you in whatever phase or moment of healing you are in your process. So look out for that video on Thursday where I explain everything, and from the moment that video is on YouTube, is uploaded, the doors are open, you can join. I'm so excited. But right now, we are going to dive into this video. 6 reasons why you won't allow yourself to feel good. The first and most important one is that for fearful avoidance, you have a hard time not paying attention. And what I mean by that is when you feel good, your fear brain is telling you you are not paying attention. When you feel good, you just kind of let everything go and just enjoy the moment, which is exactly what you're doing, but your fear brain just kind of freaks out because your fear brain wants to protect you, and so it wants you to just pay attention all the time. It wants you to be on all the time, be alert, keep scanning for danger. When you feel good, when you feel joyous, when you feel satiated and nourished and all the safe, good feelings, your fear brain is like, well, this is all very good and fun, but what if this happens? What if this happens? You should be thinking about this. You should be worrying about that. And so it kind of tries to pull you back in to worry, to fear, because you feel like when you do that, when you are in fear, when you are worrying, you are actually preventing something bad from happening. You are capable of seeing bad things coming, which is not true. Fear does not give you the mighty powers to see everything coming, but your fear brain wants to make you believe that it does. So not allowing yourself to feel good is serving you. It's always serving you, because otherwise you would allow yourself to feel good. So it is serving you in the way that you feel like when you don't allow yourself to feel good, when you are more anxious or even just more unhappy, your fear brain feels like you will be paying more attention to everything that could be going wrong. So that is the first reason. The second has to do with a core belief, a core wound of the fearful avoidant attachment style, which is the belief that I am a bad person. And so I need to feel guilty or bad because otherwise I will do bad things. There is this belief that when you just do whatever comes naturally, so you just feel good and just and allow yourself to enjoy life and be yourself, you can't, because you're a bad person, and then you will do bad things. And so your fear brain just tries to make you feel guilty and bad all the time, almost as a protection for other people, so that you don't hurt other people, which in a way is just so empathetic and so sweet, but it doesn't work and it's destructive for you and your happiness. And that's why I'm here to help you allow yourself that happiness. And this comes from being brought up in a way where when we did something wrong, our parents made us feel bad about it. And this is just a very, very common parenting tactic that I still see today a lot, where a lot of parents believe that if my child doesn't feel bad about the bad thing they did, they will not change their behavior. And this is not true. I'm not going to go into parenting techniques in depth here, but there's definitely a different way to guide children, into being able to emotionally regulate and to be able to see the consequences of what they do without feeling shame or guilt, because you really, really don't need that. But you might have had that when you were younger, that your parents used that as a tactic to help raise you into the adults that will be accepted by the world. That was probably your parents' intention. But that causes you to feel guilty or bad on a continuous basis, just to kind of keep yourself in check and make sure that you don't do bad things. And I remember before I started healing, I would just feel guilty constantly, so much so that I didn't even really realize until I started healing, and those layers just kind of fell off and more freedom came to feel good and to actually allow myself to be myself. And I found out, as you will too, that you are not a bad person. You really are not a bad person. And it is okay and it is safe to trust yourself and to believe that you are a good person, because you have so much beauty to give just by being yourself. And I so wish that for you, and I wish that for the world. The third one is, I can't allow myself to feel good because other people don't feel good in the world. There is a lot happening in the world, especially now. A lot of people are struggling, and that is truth, that is truth. But I always felt like if I didn't feel really bad about that, and also if I would allow myself to be happy while other people are suffering, I am so selfish. I'm such a bad person if I would do that. And now I see this so differently. First of all, this is codependent thinking. If you don't know what codependency is, I believe I have a video on it. If not, put it in the comments below if you want a video on it. But that the core of codependency is believing that you are responsible for other people's feelings and that you need to fix them or help them whenever you can. And when you look at this from a larger perspective, so the world, you won't allow yourself to feel good when there are other people suffering. But the thing is, there will always be suffering, whether you feel good or feel bad. And what I've noticed, and this was really hard for me to let go of, because I love helping people, and I truly feel like that's what I'm here to do. So that was a really hard thing to let go of. But what I realized was that me being in survival mode and not feeling good and struggling and being depressed, and I actually figured out that I was keeping myself depressed partly because of this, because I felt like I cannot feel better than other people. I cannot feel more happy than other people who are suffering and struggling. And I realized that my struggling and my being depressed was not serving anyone. And while I was struggling and while I was depressed, I did this thought experiment where I thought, but if somebody would talk to me and tell me that they were feeling depressed and horrible just because I am depressed and struggling, and they wouldn't allow themselves to feel good unless other people around them felt good, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for that person. I want other people to be happy. That's why I'm keeping myself depressed, because I want other people to be happy. You realize how this goes? It was so interesting. And so I realized that me allowing myself to be happy is actually going to make myself be more capable of helping others because I'm not in survival mode anymore. And survival mode can feel like it's a noble thing to do. But when you're in survival mode, all you have room for is to just focus on yourself. And that's fine. I mean, that's not a bad thing. As long as you're in survival mode and you just can't seem to get out. I don't want you to feel pressure to get out. That's completely your choice. You don't have any, have a Dutch word in my head, not the English word. You don't have to explain it to anybody. So you don't have to, but being in survival mode, you are mostly focused on yourself. And again, that's fine. During this healing process, you will be focused on yourself, and you should, because you are not responsible for other people's feelings. That's so important to know, even though it might feel very selfish right now. You will experience that it just gives you so much freedom, and it will give you the capability to actually help people way more because you have that room, you have that space. So that was the third reason. The fourth reason is a lot of fearful avoidants have the feeling that when they finally allow themselves to be happy after maybe like fixing the whole world, then they are actually afraid to allow it because it might get taken away. You might have had this moment where you just felt good, and then when you realized you felt good, you felt anxious immediately, like, oh, when is this gonna go away? When is the other shoe gonna drop? And a lot of fearful avoidants have this partly because you feel like you don't deserve it, partly because you feel like you're a bad person. There's that core wound again. And you feel like you have to work for it and keep working for it in order to deserve it. And so this will make it hard for you to allow yourself to feel good for long. So you might have moments here and there where you feel good, but you always kind of get taken down, reined back in, and not allow yourself to feel too good, because then you might get used to that and you might get comfortable, and then when it gets taken away, you will miss it. And so it's almost like protecting yourself again by just not feeling too good. Our fear brain, right? Then the fifth one is that your body simply is just not used to feeling good, to just feeling really, really good. And so it can kind of feel uncomfortable because it's just so new for your body. When you do have the fearful avoidant attachment style, you have had a childhood where there probably wasn't a lot of moments or space for you to feel good and relax into that. And so feeling good is it can be really uncomfortable because your body is like, what is this feeling? What do we do with this? And your body is kind of craving adrenaline because that's probably what you were running on for so long, being in a household or with parents that could get angry really quickly, or there was some sort of chaos or some sort of emotional intensity, as a lot of fearful avoidants had when they were younger. And so that adrenaline is just very, very comfortable for your body, in the sense that it feels very, how do you say that, known. Your body just knows how to do that, how to handle that, even though it can take a toll on your body in the long run. Yeah, it's just what your body knows. It feels familiar. That's what I was looking for. It feels familiar to your body. So you have to get your body acquainted with all these good feelings and just allow your body to kind of like relax into that. This is exactly what we're going to do in the online program. And it doesn't have to take months and months and years. It can actually go quite quickly if you use EFT, the emotional freedom technique. The sixth one, the emotional freedom technique, is something I talked about in other videos. So if you're interested, check out how to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style. I think I explained it in there. The sixth one is you were not allowed to feel good when you were younger because your parents also didn't allow themselves to feel good. And so you feeling good triggered something in them. I so remember that when I would feel really good, when I would feel elated, when I was just so happy, my dad would just make a remark that he definitely didn't mean, um, he wasn't trying to be mean, but I dampened my my joy, because it would be a remark, something like, "What do you have to be so happy about?" or something like that. Obviously, it was in Dutch, so I wouldn't know the exact things people say in English. And then I would think, oh, apparently this is not right for me to feel this good, to feel this joyful. And the only reason our parents say that, probably completely unconsciously, is because they won't allow themselves to feel good, probably because all of the other reasons that I just mentioned. Because if you have the fearful avoidant attachment style, there's a very big chance that at least one of your parents has that too. And so they won't allow themselves to feel good either for long periods of time and relax into that. So that's just a learned behavior also, that whenever you felt good, there was a remark or there was something happening, or just a parent that felt uncomfortable with that, you pick that up as a child for sure. And so you kind of dampen your joy and keep yourself smaller, in the sense of not feeling too good or too elated. This can also be with siblings, by the way. But I think mostly it comes from parents. So these are 6 reasons you won't allow yourself to feel good as a fearful avoidant, at least for long. And there are more. There are definitely more. And this is so interesting to me, because I think a lot of us believe that when we've figured out all the negative shit, that then we'll be happy. You know, if we solve this problem, then we will be happy and we will allow ourselves to be happy. And that's just not the case. I tried that. And then I realized, wait, maybe it's the whole being happy thing that is actually not feeling quite comfortable yet. And releasing around that, just releasing the resistance and the fears and the beliefs that you have around that, will bring you so much further than just trying to heal all the time and get to this place where you're perfectly healed and then allow yourself to be happy. You are allowed to be happy right now, as you are healing, as you are not healed yet. And you can, if happiness just doesn't feel as scary anymore, if happiness just feels more comfortable and your body is acquainted to it, it can definitely coexist, which makes it so much easier also to heal, because you don't get as frustrated when stuff just doesn't work, you can't get through a certain belief or a certain fear, because you know that you can allow yourself to be happy right now. You don't need anything else. You don't need to be perfectly healed. And like I said at the beginning, I really, really believe that being happy is your birthright. And you are not too broken. You are not broken at all. And it's not that you are that one person in the world that just cannot feel happiness. It's just not possible. You will feel happiness as you heal more and more. So this is what we will dive into in the program. There's a whole module specifically for that, allowing yourself to just feel good and feel all the good things and release all the resistance to it. So this Thursday, the program is coming out. We are in the midst of figuring out the last things, and you will hear everything you need to know to be able to sign up in the video on Thursday. So I will give you a link, I will give you a URL where you go to and where you can sign up for the program. And then within 24 hours, you get access to the app and you can start healing. And I cannot wait to see what this will do for you. If you had any eye-openers around feeling happy, allowing good things, put them in the comments below. I love to hear your comments. If you have any other questions, also put them in the comments below. I am so happy you are here as always, and I will see you this Thursday.